All right, team, we're going to talk about some of our standing grappling techniques and a few of our solo drills. First one I want to talk about is stand and base. This one's very important in martial arts. Imagine if I was fighting somebody. If I rolled over to get up like this, you could soccer kick me in the face, or in our jiu-jitsu practice, we learn how to take the back and choke. So we have a very particular way we like to stand up. Can I use you, Ms. Rutherford?
Yes, sir.
So right here, let's turn sideways. Let's stand up, please. From here, we're in the standing guard. I like to back the person up. I can back her up with kicks. Boom. As soon as she backs up, I like to sit to my elbow, and I make a shield right here. If she happens to throw another kick or a punch at me, I can always fall back to guard and start kicking her. But if she ever backs up enough, I sit up to my elbow, then I sit up to my hand. Now I'm going to float. My bottom leg's going to kick towards her ankle. Either A, I back her up, or B, she's out of range. Either way, I'm going to pull this knee towards my armpit and put my foot on the outside of my hand, stand up to a fighting position. For some people, that was a little too difficult as a beginner. So what we can do is make one slight modification. If you can't get your foot on the outside of your hand, you can kick, pull the knee right to your hand, put your defenses up, then stand up. Both will be acceptable. That's what we call our stand and base. So back them up with kicks. Once she backs up, to your elbow, to your palm, all the way to your foot. If that's not possible for you, to your knee, defense up, and retreat into a fighting position. That's called the stand and base. The next thing I want to talk about is the break fall. Later on, we're going to learn some throws. We're going to learn some big throws from the guard. We're also going to learn some sweeps. Very important, you know how to take a fall. Most important thing is to protect your head. So when I break fall, I'm going to tuck my chin. I don't want to let my head hit the ground. Next thing I want to protect are my arms. If I reach for the ground, I'm very likely to break my arm. So when I do the break fall, I'm going to collapse, tuck my chin, let my bottom, then my shoulders hit the ground. Very last thing are my hands. Bottom, shoulders, hands. Tuck my chin, collapse straight down, fall backwards. Hands are last. Break fall. Now, we're going to talk about shoulder roll. Out of all the techniques in the basic curriculum, this is the only one that's saved my life. I was in a bicycle accident. Car hit the front of my brother's bike. I was on the back on pegs. Don't do that, by the way. I flew off, did 3 shoulder rolls, lost a lot of skin on my arm, but my head never hit the ground. Didn't get a concussion. I walked away just fine. The shoulder rolls, how to take a fall face first. Once again, the most important thing is to protect your head. My head should never hit the ground. Even though we're on a mat, pretend you're doing a shoulder roll in the parking lot. Don't let your head hit the ground. So on our shoulder roll, I'm going to turn my body so my head does not impact the ground. I want to make an unbendable circle or a hula hoop and let the ground hit my arm the same way it would hit a tire. So I'm here. So on the ground, let's start it a little easier. I'm here. I get my head offline. So my shoulder is what's going to be what hits the ground. I can make a hula hoop or a tire. I hit the ground. I push off to roll forward. And my head never hits the ground. As a beginner, we'll let you do it on your knees. Eventually, in the high rank class, we do want you to be able to do it standing, where you can shoulder roll right back up to a fighting position. Osotogari. This is Japanese for side sweep. Osotogari is one of my favorite techniques to teach the idea of weight distribution. So I'm here. We're going to start off with just a classic judo grip. We'll keep it pretty simple. I have her collar. I have the seam of her jacket. She wasn't wearing a jacket. I get a collar tie. We have the jackets on, so we're going to use them. From here, I want to put all of her weight on this foot. Before I can take her down, I have to take her balance. Right now, her balance is excellent. I'm going to take a step offline, pull down on the seam of the jacket, lift up on the collar. My goal, when I step, I make one of her feet either come off the ground or at least all the weight transfer to her lead foot. So I'm here, step, and load. I'm here, step, and load. If I do it perfect, I'm going to step 1 foot width away from her. I don't want to be really far. If I'm too close, I won't be able to reach my other leg in. However fat my foot is, I want to step that width away from her foot. Boom. Now, I lean forward. I swing my leg like a golf club. And I take her down. If I was throwing her hard, it'd be a great chance for her to practice her break fall. One-handed, of course, because I have control of this one. So I'm here, take away her balance, step, swing, lean forward, and notice how I'm catching her because she gets to throw me later on the day. I'm going to go nice and easy so she doesn't slam me. And the most common takedown, the one we're going to use the most, is our double leg. This one comes from wrestling. We're going to modify it a little bit. Wrestlers are on mats, so they typically hit the ground. They bounce their knee off the ground. If you're on pavement, that would really hurt. And for self-defense, most people stand up more upright. So the idea, I want to get close enough I can touch her. I'm going to level change. I need my hips to be beneath her hips. I drive forward and I grab beneath the knees. I like to aim for the calves. I'm going to ram her with my shoulder until her lead leg comes off the ground. Once she's off balance, I'm going to cut 90 degrees. I'm going to use my head like a wrecking ball. I'm going to cut 90 degrees. I'm going to take her down straight towards you. Level change, penetrate, chop at the calves, drive, get her off balance, cut. Boom. From here, I like to stay standing. Later on, we'll talk about guard passing. That's all of our techniques for the stand-up portion of our grappling.